this guy he's found himself some minutes.
Encore from a triple overtime game. Guys going with ferocity under duress of the clock. Russ mishandles it.
Et bonjour à toutes et à tous, on se retrouve aujourd'hui sur EP12 pour la suite de notre carrière avec notre ailier fort. Et aujourd'hui on va faire le match contre les Pacers et contre les Heat, comme je l'avais indiqué lors de la dernière vidéo. Donc au niveau de mon joueur, on est toujours au niveau 83, on a 1006 ici, mais on peut rien faire avec pour le moment. Donc on va devoir jouer pour pouvoir gagner des défis et augmenter les stats. Allez, on va jouer avec ce maillot. Alors au niveau du bilan, les Pacers sont 33 victoires, 35 défaites, nous on a 58 victoires, 12 défaites. Allez, pour réussir à faire un bon match.
This is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. The Thunder made a special trip here for one game, back in Oklahoma City for the next one. A superb ball club playing a great brand of basketball. #1 record right now in the NBA.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
I don't know of anyone who thought the road to the championship would travel through their building this season, but that just may be the case.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, Steven Adams is out there with AI. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Grant, and it's George on the 3 spot. Of course, we know for a few chosen individuals, the best of the best, this is the last leg now in the race for the MVP.
That is correct, Kevin. There's been a narrative that's built all season, but sometimes the way you close out a season can ultimately decide the vote, because it's the last thing in the minds of the voters. You've piled up your stats, you've tried to win as many games as possible, but a finishing kick is so important in this race.
And these players know it, don't they? I mean, they say, oh, I'm not paying attention to it, but really, I mean, come on. They're human. Of course they are, right?
They're paying attention, no doubt.
Allez, premier rebond.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. 4 on the clock. Oladipo for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
AI kicks to Grant. Uncovered. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Allison the bounce pass. Bogdanovich against George. Right side Turner. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Defended by George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Both teams will make substitutions.
T'as des aussi un Young qui sort et je vais me retrouver face à Sabonis. Et il va devoir shooter.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so
C'est bon,
far
il
in the
aura
first
le
quarter.
rebond.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
And you can feel that Oladipo was on the verge of a breakthrough, and boy, did he ever. Everything came together for him, and he is now not only an elite scorer, but an all-star. He can attack from any distance and has a variety of ways to hurt the defense.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. And for Oladipo, Greg, there wasn't just one moment that gave him that push.
I mean, his development was less of having a eureka moment and more of everything just coming together. Has always had the strong athleticism, has refined his shot to make the most of it, and while it took him some time, he's now the player everyone hoped he'd be when he was a second overall pick.
The Pacers making a switch here. Quinn's checked in. Luwawu is checked in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Little, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
And here's Oladipo following the three from Little. Oladipo outside.
Oui, interception.
Stolen by AI.
Allez, tu marques le
Nice D from Oladipo.
Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play.
To the inside. Here's Sabonis. Quinn, high post.
Il a pas osé.
6 to shoot. Oladipo for 3. Sabonis, the pass to Oladipo. Can't catch it
bon, ils ont
from
raté. J'ai à nouveau le rebond.
I'll tell you, I hate to say it, but he's
Allez,
been
je t'ai vu.
dragging them down all night. The effort's there, but he continues to be ice cold.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a
Pour l'instant,
score.
j'ai pas
Just
pris
great ball movement.
vraiment de mauvaises
They need a
décisions.
bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
They get a hand on it.
Oui, oui. Oh, dommage, je l'aurais pas.
Evans with it. AI picks him up. Felton against Holiday. And the Pacers
C'est bon, le
get it
rebond
to
il est pour
go.
moi.
Here's AI. Baseline jumper. And so it's the
dommage.
Oklahoma City Thunder. 13
Dommage que
points
j'ai
up
pas
at
réussi à la
the
claquer.
end of the period. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific three-point shooting display. We'll get right back to
J'aurais
the
dû activer
action when we
le
return.
takeover. 18 à la mi-temps, enfin à la fin du premier carton. Bon, le coach qui va sûrement me sortir comme d'habitude début de deuxième carton, il va me faire rentrer de 2-3 minutes de la fin.
The leadership of Russell Westbrook is so important to the team, and
he's doing just an unbelievable job. It just,
you know, so much of
non, même
leadership
pas.
is that
On m'a
emotional
laissé sur le terrain.
component, motivating guys to give
C'est
their all.
rare ça.
And Russ certainly leads by example with
Du
his
coup, ça m'a diminué mon truc
competitive
et j'ai
zeal,
tout
but he
takeover.
understands
Alors que
also
j'aurais
he's
pu
got to bring his teammates with him.
Ouais,
And
l'interception.
welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to
Allez,
play,
tu
but
conclus.
this one has been one-sided so far.
Oh, mais Schroeder.
And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
Deux
They've
passes
gotten
décisives
that
dégagées à
perimeter
cause
game
d'eux.
going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
It was huge, no doubt, and it seems like they simply can't miss from downtown.
You've got Kyle O'Quinn.
Faute de
Sabonis is
Luwawu.
out there with Leaf. Then there's Tyreek Evans. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. That's the
Sabonis
Pacers'
qui
foul.
sort. Et
Both
je vais
teams will make
avoir
substitutions.
J.L.A. en face de moi. Par troisième choix.
Passes it to Evans. Some nice passing here by
Ah
Indiana.
merde, j'avais été seul.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Et je pensais qu'il allait faire la passe
With the
dans
distance
l'intérieur.
delivery. How about that effortless shooting motion?
The Thunder leading by 10.
You think about the Indiana Pacers and some of the young pieces they
On
have to
profite
build
du
around.
takeover
Victor
pour
Oladipo has
enchaîner.
proven to be a legit all-star. Miles Turner is brimming with potential, and Domantas Sabonis. These are all guys you can build around. I'm excited to watch the development of this organization.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Ouais, bien joué Steven.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Nets played superb
Bien les
basketball.
gars.
He finished with 30
24
points and
feet.
got there the
On est en train
usual
de se
way.
promener là.
An impressive barrage of three-pointers. He played a tremendous all-around game, and you love to see that type of effort. We'll see if he can maintain that kind of energy tonight.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him.
Ah,
I mean,
je pense que je
he'll
vais
have a
sûrement
hard
sortir
time
là
putting up
maintenant.
anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, you do wonder though, Greg, does he
Ah non,
still
même
have
pas.
some of the adrenaline going from that performance? No matter how tired he is, he should have plenty of energy coming off
Ah,
that.
j'avais arraché la balle, mais j'ai pas réussi à la récupérer.
And then for
Dommage, ça
Oklahoma
aurait été
City,
l'interception.
George is checked in for Patterson, and it's Russell Westbrook in for Dennis Schroeder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Evans, and misses it
Hop,
off
le
the right
rebond.
side of the rim.
On était bien placé.
And Doris, when you talk about the young core of this Pacers team, you have to
Ah,
mention
dommage,
Paul
mauvaise passe.
George and the trade that sent him to Oklahoma City.
Première mauvaise
I'll tell you,
décision.
this is an organization, Kevin, that took tremendous criticism in the face of that Paul George trade. But Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis
Heureusement
have
qu'ils n'ont
proven
pas
counter
attaqué
to the
correctement.
argument that they didn't get enough. These are two talented young players who this organization can build around.
Shots good by Turner.
Okay, Miles Turner going to the mid-range. Money in the bank for that guy.
The Thunder leading
Money
by
in the
14. Westbrook kicks to AI.
J'étais peu écran.
George looking around. Back to AI for the three.
Ah, premier mauvais shoot.
Here's
Steven
Adams.
Adams au rebond, bien joué.
Second chance effort, and he lays it up and in.
Listen,
Premier
we
shoot
know
à 3
Steven
points
Adams
raté.
is one of the best
Pas
offensive
grave.
rebounders in the NBA. You've got to have great awareness about him on the glass.
Now here's Evans. And he
Ouais,
just
bien
worked New
joué, moi.
York in that last game. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. Adams finds Westbrook. His
joué,
second
Westbrook.
shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
To the inside. Evans outside.
Contre raté, tu m'étonnes, derrière l'un contré.
With college basketball expanding the three-point arc out to fever range doors.
Ah,
Does
faute de Westbrook.
that set the table, you think, for the NBA to move its arc, their three-point shooting line, out as well?
I think one of the things that I would like to see, Kevin, is a more unified game across countries.
Ah, et ça
Right?
y est,
We've
coach
talked
qui me
about
sort à
the
1,44 de la
NBA
fin.
A
La
dominating first half
seconde
of basketball,
période,
and so
enfin,
far
second
hasn't
carton.
been close.
Et c'est la mi-temps,
Thunder lead
38-18 pour notre équipe. Tranquille, 20 points d'avance déjà. Pour l'instant, je suis à 10 points, 5 rebonds, 2 passes.
And
2
as we dive
interceptions
into the
aussi, il me
second
semble.
half,
C'est ça, hein. Ouais, 2
we'll find
interceptions,
out if
un
the
dernier
next two
perdu.
quarters are any different from the first two.
Aucune faute,
So
aucun,
far, it
aucun
has been
contre.
a runaway. Really an incredible game from AI.
2
And how
interceptions, faut que j'en fasse encore
disruptive
une, mais faut que je fasse
was
pas
he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
Well, didn't you get the sense, Greg, that this entire team fed off his energy? His remarkable effort on the defensive end really triggered this group.
So the Thunder 5 right now. AI is out there with Adams. Then there's
Et
Grant.
on
Then it's
protège.
Paul George.
Voilà, comme ça,
And it's
Russell prend le
Westbrook
rebond
in at the point
tranquille.
guard position. Little passes to
Et une
Adams.
passe d'ess.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Adams has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Oklahoma City. And here's Collison, who will bring it up
J'aimerais
for
bien
the
péter
Indiana
le contre
Pacers.
maintenant.
Outside Bogdanovich. Outside Collison. Turner against Adams. And Adams sends
Ouais,
it
joli
back.
Adams.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going
Bien
to
joué, la
go
passe.
up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Oladipo finds Turner. It's
Ah, joli.
good. Turner's got his second bucket
Ils
of
ont
the
bien
game
joué
to
le
go.
coude.
I'll tell you, so polished and so confident this close to the cup. Miles Turner doing work.
Even though Oladipo didn't spend a lot of time on the Thunder,
Ah,
he
dommage
does
que le ballon
credit his
perdu.
time there, Doris, as a big factor in his development.
He points specifically at Russell Westbrook and the amount of work
Ouais, il le
Westbrook
contre.
puts into his
Il est pour
game.
moi? Non?
So what did
Non, il est pas pour
Oladipo
moi.
do? He changed his frame and he changed his work habits, and that
Ah, mais
led
les shoots,
to an
c'est pas
incredible
bas.
season last year.
Ouh, on récupère la
And
balle, c'est
keeping
bien.
us updated from the
Bien
sideline,
joué, les
but
gars.
swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, the Pacers have been a huge surprise since they traded away Paul George. Now, Coach Nate McMillan said, for us, it's about developing that culture and that identity, and we're still doing that. I think we're only starting to scratch the surface. Kevin?
No doubt, David, they've got some promising young players on that team.
Ouais, la faute, bien joué.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. We talk about positionless basketball. Swingmen very much in demand. Players who go, you know, doors around 6'6", 6'8", 6'9", who can do a little bit of everything.
Well, I think if you look at an organization like the Boston Celtics, who seems to have put its roster very much in mind, together with the idea that you've got to have switchability almost across the board. The Jason Tatum, the Jaylen Brown fit into that description absolutely perfectly. Long, athletic, can guard multiple positions. Switching screens has become such an integral part of NBA defenses, Kevin, that the idea of versatility is valued on both ends.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Leave passes to Turner. It's they push it up 4 on 3. Nobody near Schroeder. And the 3 ball is good. Schroeder's got 5 now.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And the Pacers call time here.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
Tyreke Evans is checked in for Indiana. Bogdanovich looking around. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Outside Collison. Here's O'Quinn, and the bank shot is good. O'Quinn's got his first points in this one.
Well, a big man that possesses the jump shot. You have to respect O'Quinn in the mid-range.
Here's Schroeder, and some very quick points for him on that possession. 1:39 left in the third. Schroeder against Collison. He dishes it to Evans. Down low to the right side. Lock at 6. Shoots. Here's O'Quinn. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Schroeder against Collison. Schroeder kicks to Patterson. No good on the triple. Pacers have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Collison dishes to O'Quinn. Evans with it. Now defended by Adams. Adams against Evans. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint? Once he's got his position, he's looking to score.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Noel's checked in for Steven Adams. Etuan Moore comes in for Patrick Patterson. That's Felton in for Luwawu Cabarro.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bogdanovich against Moore. Outside Bogdanovich. From the arc. Drills the 3-pointer. Bogdanovich has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Okay, you got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more in store for you right after this.
En fait, on se promène tellement dans les matchs en ce moment que je me demande si ça vaut le coup de les faire. De vous les montrer. Je devrais peut-être faire de mon côté la fin de la saison régulière et passer tout de suite.
he made here,
Ah,
looking
on a la
like a
pause du match.
point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Greg, he's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Oladipo teams with Evans on the perimeter. Young is out there with Domantas Sabonis, and it's Holiday in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Il manque encore 2 points pour arriver au 20 pour avoir
his accuracy has been the story of this game.
No doubt. I mean, he's doing his best to guide his team to victory. Superb job shooting the ball in this final period.
And Young kicks to Evans. Rejected by
Oui, le contre.
inside.
Ah, il recèle.
Rejected
Ah,
by
il s'est fait
Young.
bâche aussi.
Well, terrific
Dommage, mais
reach
il a
on
bien
the block.
récupéré.
Thaddeus Young stretches out well
C'est
for a
dommage.
big
On m'a
time
enlevé une passe
rejection.
décisive.
Just a solid performance on the interior.
J'aurais
The
pu avoir déjà 7
rebounding
passes décisives.
has been off the chart.
Knocked loose. And
Ouh,
that'll be
joli.
Oklahoma
Dommage.
City as it
Ah, mais si,
goes
il la
out of bounds.
récupère quand
Thunder
même.
retain possession.
Bien.
A different look for
Bien
Oklahoma
joué, Paul
City.
George.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in
Ah,
for AI.
coach qui me sort.
And Russell
Et il me fait
Westbrook.
rentrer à
He is a
1,25
standard
de la
bearer
fin du match. Faut que je fasse un contre et une
for the
interception.
Jordan brand with his
En
own
minute
signature
25.
shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as
C'est
Michael
faisable,
Jordan,
mais
but
ça va
I
être
think
chaud. Hein.
Westbrook may
Il va
be in that
falloir
conversation.
bien défendre.
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to
Il faut que je marque aussi 2
dominate,
points.
and that fire, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
Young left side.
Prends le rebond.
Young's shot is off.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Oklahoma City.
It was a
marqué au moins les 2
standout
points.
performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching
Ah,
a
dommage.
cat
J'aurais pu
play
faire ce
with a
troisième
mouse.
point.
They were able to do more or less
Après, de toute façon, faut que je
whatever
fasse un contre et
they
une
wanted.
interception, donc ça va être
And
chaud.
counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season
La
series,
faute,
a team they'll
boum.
only see
C'est
twice.
bon, je mets mes 2
They're
points,
certainly
je
happy
mets
to
les
start
20.
off with a win.
Ça fera
And you know,
40 d'ici
looking
au moins.
back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for AI.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding.
Ouais,
He
c'est bon, ça rentre,
controlled
peu
the
justesse, mais ça
glass.
rentre.
Grant, he's checked in for Raymond Felton. Hard to think that Thaddeus Young has been in the league since 2007. But Doris, he still puts up numbers.
Well, he does, Kevin, and that's because he runs the floor hard. He's dangerous in transition. He's going to score. He's going
Ouais,
to
bien joué, les gars.
rebound, and teammates love him.
And
Faute,
oh
encore.
boy, a lot of
Ouais.
contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
And that one
Ah
misses.
non.
That one is no good.
0 sur 2.
Here's Collison.
Ah.
And teardrop falls in.
And finally finding a rhythm, but
Allez, 7
unfortunately,
secondes, on a
a
le
little too
takeover.
late.
Well, you wonder if they can use the momentum they built here into the next game,
Yeah.
because this one looks over.
Now here's Evans. And so it looks
Arrache
like
la
the
balle.
Pacers
J'ai
will
pas
retain
d'intercepteur parce qu'elle est
possession
sortie,
here.
c'est ça. Ah, de toute façon, j'aurais pas eu le 3e temps. Ça change pas grand chose. Allez, 1 seconde 4. C'est bon.
So no problem for
67-42.
Oklahoma City as they get
Victoire.
the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You
Bon, on est
never
sûr de
expect
garder
a
la tête
road
du
team
classement
to
pour le
come
moment.
in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
On va pouvoir passer à la suite. Donc j'avais dit que le prochain match ce serait contre les Heat. Donc normalement je dois jouer d'abord contre les Warriors. 1491 ici qui vont venir. Ah, mur de briques, on est presque maximum max, je crois. « 13 victoires encore nécessaires, donc ça veut dire qu'il nous reste 13 matchs avant la fin de la saison. « 2497 d'ici et tout. » Oh, ils vont nous saouler avec une interview, ça c'est sûr.
AI, good timing. Jack and Kenny have a few
On a quand même
questions
pas
for you
fait
back in
un
the studio.
seul
Gotcha. Right through here.
double encore cette saison. Hein. J'ai pas réussi à dépasser les 9 rebonds dans un match.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Shaquille O'Neal to my right.
Hey, Shaq here. As a team, you controlled the pace tonight, seized the advantage, never really let them back in it. What was your collective mindset while trying to protect that lead?
Well, we wanted to make sure we kept the work rate really high.
And thank you for tuning in.
10% de plus dans l'attente de l'équipe.
There you go.
Pas de message. Contrat publicitaire à Gatorade. Dîner de charité Gatorade. 1100 ici. Eh ben, hop, participation. Ok, il y a 1100 ici à aller chercher au bureau. Ça tombe bien, on en avait besoin. On a toujours besoin d'ici dans le jeu. « 2500 fans de plus. On est proche du million. Vivement qu'on y arrive. Ok, donc du coup, moi je vais faire une pause. On se retrouve tout à l'heure pour le match face à Miami. Face au Heat. Entre temps, je vais faire le match contre les Warriors. Mais d'abord, je vais aller récupérer les 1100 ici. Et je vous dis donc à tout de suite pour le match contre le Heat. Et donc on se retrouve pour le match face à Miami. On a gagné 50-31 contre les Warriors. J'ai mis 32 points, pris 6 rebonds et fait 2 contre, 2 fautes. 8 sur 18 aux 3 points, 10 sur 23 dans mes shoots. Donc voilà. Ça fait que du coup au classement de conférence, on prend de l'avance sur les Warriors parce que c'était le premier contre le deuxième à ce match. Et du coup, on est à 58-12, eux ils sont à 53-15, donc on a de bonnes chances de finir premier. Les Rockets, entre temps, se sont qualifiés pour les playoffs. Et du côté de l'Est, les Celtics ont rejoint les Raptors pour les qualifications des playoffs. Les places commencent à être chères, surtout pour surtout entre eux, je pense, entre les Phoenix, les Timberwolves, les Mavericks. Je pense que ça va se jouer entre eux trois. Ok, donc du coup, j'ai aussi gagné des VC que je n'ai pas encore dépensé, 5143. Donc on peut soit augmenter la force au niveau 14. Alors soit on peut augmenter la rapidité latérale au niveau 20, soit la vitesse au niveau 15, soit la force au niveau 14, soit l'endurance au niveau 18. Je veux dire qu'en endurance on passera à 91 au lieu de 86. Force 69 au lieu de 66, La vitesse 68 est de 67 et rapidité latérale 73 et 70. Donc le mieux c'est d'augmenter la force pour équilibrer un peu les joueurs et ça nous fait passer au niveau 83. Non, on est au niveau 83. Ouais. Donc je vais faire déjà ça. Ce qui fait qu'il nous reste 835 d'ici qu'on pourra dépenser tout à l'heure après le match face au Hit. Donc c'est parti, on va se rendre sur le terrain pour jouer face au Hit et on va jouer avec allez, le maillot orange. Foncé.
Out of Miami and into an interconference game. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K. And let's go straight over to...
Thank you, Kevin.
As hard as he works, great that he takes care of himself too.
Hey,
DA, thank you. Always a big factor, home court advantage, Brent, in the playoffs. But lately we're seeing some teams opt for rest and health and say, well, you know, we're going to play where we're going to play.
Do we always feel, though, Kevin, that conversation happens with teams that have had recent success?
Yes, seems that way, doesn't it?
It seems like it's veteran teams that the last couple of seasons have gone deep into the playoffs, championship or Western or Eastern Conference finals, that the coach relies on that experience and doesn't worry that the change of venue is going to impact the quality of play that they're going to bring to the table. They think that we'll carry that through. So be healthy. Don't worry about where we're playing.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Carrière. Check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Miami. Down low, it's Johnson and Whiteside. Wade and Richardson, the 2-8. And it's Dragic in at the 1 spot.
I mean, can you imagine, Kevin, your teammates being worried about your physical health with how hard it is you dunk the basketball? Whew. But that's just who he is.
Richardson kicks to Wade.
Bien joué, Paul.
Just 5 to shoot. Richardson for 3. Here's Whiteside. That shot off. Adams, a nice D.
I'm not sure if it's a bad start or unlucky here. 0 for 4. Can't think too much about it. Just got to get that first one to go.
Here's Little. And a miss there on the triple. He'd have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Richardson against George. He gets it in there.
Well, that's a
0 sur 2 aux 3 points alors que le match d'avant contre les Warriors.
1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
In the corner, it's AI. Bangs home the trifecta.
Westbrook draws so much attention, so takes advantage there, finds a teammate. Hassan Whiteside, the top 5 rebounder and shot blocker, and he led the league in both categories in recent years. One of the most formidable big men.
Règle des 3 secondes. Yeah.
3-second violation.
T'es fait piéger, Whiteside.
Thunder have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Little. Off target from 3-point range.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
George against Richardson.
He
kicks it to Whiteside. Dragic with it. AI picks him up. And Goran Dragic just left the out of Slovenia.
At his peak, a phenomenal offensive player. He doesn't hit that peak every season, though. And now in his 30s, we'll see how long he can extend his prime.
Well, when it comes to free throws, Dragic is just money from the line.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Felton's checked in. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against Golden State.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
That one is good.
Nice job getting to the basket. When Johnson has a good look, he doesn't pass it up.
And George kicks to Westbrook. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Little.
Même à 2 points, j'y arrive plus.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Well, something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Over to the left wing.
Ça va réagir.
Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. AI's got 6.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And the Heat committing a lot of money for this hard-working bunch. Brent, how do they improve from this point on?
Now it's about player development, Kevin, taking advantage of the off-season, making sure the guys are improving upon their weaknesses and staying sharp with their strengths. They're going to have to find a few more diamonds in the rough out there to add to this roster and maybe set themselves up in free agency to lure somebody down the South Beach. And, we'll see if they can do that. The front office tends to get creative in that way.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Little. Knocked loose. Felt in the pass to Little. Shoots over a leg. There's another one for the Thunder.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
To the middle.
Can't
stop the run with that one.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close range.
AI kicks to Luwawu Camaro. Back to AI. The tray. Ellington grabs the miss.
Hey, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI.
Le coach qui me sort du coup.
Oklahoma City going with
Et qui me fait rentrer à 2,37 de la fin du deuxième carton. 32-20
Whiteside's
pour
checked in for
notre
Olynyk.
équipe.
Johnson comes in
Et
for Richardson.
sur la ligne de
Wade,
lancer
he's
franc
checked in for Wayne Ellington.
Pour donner
And
13
it's
points d'avance.
Dragic in for Tyler Johnson.
Et non.
A free throw off from Westbrook.
And Westbrook really did take his time, but in the end signed that $205 million contract for 5 years to stay in OKC, to make it his home. That's the largest contract in NBA history at the time it was signed. And I'd have to say, money well spent for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Westbrook and George, the talented backcourt. AI is out there with Grant. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Warriors was superb. He scored 32 points and got there the usual way. His big display illustrated exactly the kind of success this team has enjoyed this season. And Kevin will be looking for more of the same from them tonight.
Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next
one.
He's checked in for Jeremy Grant.
Great time George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hat. Takes it from 10. Right side, no good. Yeah, a lot of nail biting in Oklahoma after the departure of Kevin Durant. Brent, what did keeping Westbrook on that team in that organization mean for the Thunder?
Well, it means that they still want to win some basketball games, Kevin, and Russell Westbrook approaches every game with such incredible competitive drive. We saw in his triple-double season that he just carries an unbelievable workload with the highest usage rate in NBA history that year. It's amazing the kind of effort he plays with, and the goal is to get back to the final.
Here's Dragic. Here's Wade. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Gotta love how Dwayne Wade runs the floor. The transition slam was beautiful there.
The Thunder leading by 12. Here's Little. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight.
You can blame some poor defense on that play. Just a total breakdown. Gotta at least contest at some point.
Whiteside finds Wade.
Allez, attaque le panier quelque part.
We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the half.
Interception.
Felton the best a little. The high post shot. Rebound by the Heat. Whiteside's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Du coup, je me suis pas très concentré sur mon shoot.
Dragic against Westbrook. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Ah merde.
The Heat have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Je suis pas sorti assez de la raquette. Ah, du coup, je leur offre un point.
Here's Johnson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Now Olynyk over Noel. And so it's Oklahoma City sitting with a comfortable lead
pour nous à la mi-temps.
All right, David, thank you. Stay with us, folks.
Je suis comme 13 points, 5 rebonds, une passe, 3 sur 10 et 3 points.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, scoring consistently from range. He really lit it up there in the first half.
We'll see if they keep feeding him right now until he cools down or until the defense does something to take him away from these great opportunities. No reason to go away from him.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Richardson and Johnson are the forwards. Dragic and Wade, the 2 playmakers in the guard spots. And it's Whiteside in at the 5, down low. Friend against Wade. Thunder with the rebound. AI's got 6 rebounds here tonight. So many modern offenses no longer rely on a point guard to initiate the play. Tell us a little bit more. Walk us through that process.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, are getting more towards motion offenses, almost playing in a secondary break where you either coming off a score, you're coming down the floor, the point guard gets off the ball, and with all the players moving around and with the multifaceted skill set of your small forward and your power forward who's now playing at the point, distributing the ball, setting screens, DHO, because of that skill set, you don't really have the heavy reliance on point guard domination with the basketball, setting up every play, and being the only playmaker on the floor. Now you have 3 and sometimes 4 getting that job done.
And the Heat call time here. And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat. Last season, at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
Dragic against Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. The 10-footer. Rejected by Little.
They got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far. They know they got to be better.
Basket counts. AI's got 15.
So good at picking his spots. He always knows exactly what the team needs from him offensively. That's why they hold the lead.
Dragic kicks to Wade. To the paint. It's deflected. And that'll be Miami as it goes on a
il a bien dévié la balle, Jeremy Grant sur le alley.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Miami with a change here too. Olynyk's checked in. A different look for Oklahoma City. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Steven Adams. And Moore subbed in for Paul George. Moore outside. To the paint, here's Little. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. AI's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his staff. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, DA. Thank you. Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Heat. And the basket by Olynyk.
I love the compact stroke there for Olynyk.
you look back at that 2012 finals, the Thunder lost in 5 games to the Heat, and you looked at that young talent, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, now all MVP award winners, along with Serge Ibaka, a young, talented, energetic Serge Ibaka, and it felt like there was a team that was going to rule the West for a very long time.
Ellington finds Whiteside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Rockets the pass to Ellington. Now here's Richardson. He's tightly guarded and is blocked by Little. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. AI with the ball. He clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls. And that's 12 points for Russell Westbrook. And the Thunder trading away Harden in the summer of 2012, but Brent unable to agree on a contract extension.
Well, OKC agreed on the contract. James Harden did not, and that's sort of the line in the sand that was drawn. And the salary cap jumping up in subsequent seasons, they just had bad timing in terms of the frugality of what they offered up to James Harden. It's a decision that we talk about a lot. It's revisionist history, but at the time it was the move that OKC made, and I can't really argue with it.
For the Thunder, Nerlens Noel comes in for Patrick Patterson, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Moore. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Johnson comes in for Goran Dragic. Back to AI.
Allez, oups, je t'ai demandé la balle en l'air. Je t'ai pas demandé la balle par terre.
Now here's Richardson. Defense is right there. It's Adebayo, top of the key. Here's Johnson. And it's Noel with the rebound. Oklahoma City leading by 19 points. AI with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. AI, no good.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Pass to Adebayo. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Belton's checked in. Clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Adebayo from down in the low post. It goes. Adebayo's got 5 points so far. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. AI outside. Now here's Ellington. He's covered by Felton. Johnson outside. Olynyk with it. Westbrook with the steal.
Ouais, bien joué,
Westbrook. So it's Oklahoma City out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of
Du coup, on rentre à 3:29 de la fin du match.
57-37. And then for Miami, Hassan Whiteside comes in for Bam Adebayo.
3 minutes 29 pour faire une interception. Marquer 3 points. Histoire d'avoir les 10 supplémentaires de mon contrat.
Dennis Schroeder is out there with Paul George. Then there's Grant, and it's Adams in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Schroeder kicks to Grant. In the corner, it's AI. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. The Heat trail by 19. Wade surveying the D. On the wing, Johnson. He tries for 3. And again, it's the Heat missing. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Here's Little. And the 3 ball is good.
Nickel. J'ai atteint les 20 points. Il manque plus qu'une interception. Et je gagnerai le maximum de défis que je peux par rapport à mes contrats publicitaires. Enfin, quoique, normalement, il y a encore atteindre 15 rebonds parce que c'est match télévisé, je pense.
Wade against Grant. Shot clock at 5. No good from Wade. Oklahoma City leading by 22. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively, what it does. How our offense is countering.
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at the weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
AI outside. There's the call on James Johnson.
And
that's foul number 2 for him. Well, we know that Dr. James Naismith came up with the idea when he was teaching at the YMCA. But as far as skill development, Brent, some feel that maybe in the skill category that the USA is falling behind a little bit.
I think what the United States is doing on that level between your late grade school years and AAU programs in particular and your high school years, that they're trying to address this issue and get ahead of it a little bit. For years, there was a 10-year or 15-year gap about European players being schooled and being in institutions where they were basically young professionals from the age of 12 to 14 having school and basketball and being at a facility for just those things specifically. The last few years, there's been a lot of concern with players being more adept and more skilled here in the States. The change is coming.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Oklahoma City.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was
la troisième interception.
And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And I think coming into this game, these guys felt they had the confidence to win. And looking at the season they've had already, 58 wins in the books. Tonight will be win number 59.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for AI.
He painted a great picture on the
offense. T'aurais pu me le laisser.
Tonight really racked up some assists and had some pretty sweet passes to go along with it.
Lets it go with a 3.
Dommage. Ça aurait été bien de mettre encore un panier au buzzer. Bon, bah, fin du match, victoire 64-43 et j'ai encore échoué pour un rebond. À chaque fois, pour un rebond, j'échoue. Enfin, à chaque fois. La plupart du temps, quand j'arrive à prendre pas mal de rebonds, il me manque toujours un. Dommage. Quand on a eu la récompense du bonus journalier 3000 ici, donc on va gagner un max d'éveil. On va pouvoir améliorer le joueur de façon significative, franchement. Je pense. Allez, les plus belles attentes du match. Ouais, donc normalement ben, j'ai mis les 20 points, donc ça va me faire 40 d'ici, 3 fois 3 points, 25 d'ici, 3 contre 40 d'ici, 3 contre plus 3 interceptions, 75 d'ici, joueur du match, je pense que ça doit être moi, donc je vais sûrement avoir les 100 d'ici, et il manquera juste 20 points, 15 rebonds, 150 d'ici de Jordan pour un match télévisé. Enfin, je crois pas que, je sais plus s'il était télévisé celui-là. Mais de toute façon, je les ai pas les 15 rebonds, donc vraiment ça fait 100 plus 180. Normalement, j'ai 280 ici de gagner grâce au sponsor. Ouais, c'est ça. 175, 105, c'est 280. 2300 ici, ok. Mais j'ai les 3000 qui doivent arriver aussi. Du bonus journalier. Pas d'interview ce coup-ci, s'il te plaît. J'ai peut-être atteint aussi 1 million de fans, je sais pas, j'ai pas fait gaffe. Ouais, on a touché les 3000 visites de bonus journaliers, ça fait qu'on a 5381. On a plus d'1 million de fans, donc on va avoir le contrat publicitaire. On peut augmenter. Ah non, attendez. On va juste voir d'abord le contrat publicitaire. Voilà. Ah, négociation niveau 3. Ok, perdons pas de temps. 2850 par événement, 3 bonus, réduction de 15% à la boutique. En fait, j'ai même envie de faire des contre-offres. Les bonus, qu'est-ce qu'on pourra prendre? Ouais, ils sont pas très intéressants les bonus quand même. Mais bon, c'est pas grave. Bon. En fait, la contre-offre c'est la meilleure. Bah, je vais garder mes 3 x 3 points, même si c'est pas beaucoup de VC. Je vais garder mes 20 points par match. Et 3 contre ou 3 interceptions. Qu'est-ce que je fais le plus? Je crois que le plus que je réussis, c'est les contre. Ouais, et puis c'est 40 d'ici. Ouais, on va mettre ça. On va mettre ça. Allez. Ok, du coup, on a donc 5300 ici. Alors, on peut faire ça. On peut choisir ça. 68. Là, on est à 69. À la limite, on peut passer à 70 et passer à 68. Ou c'est mieux de passer plus de force. Ouais, je vais faire comme ça. Un dans vitesse, un dans force. Ça nous fera passer au niveau 84. Et il me restera 290 ici normalement. Voilà. Voilà. Donc, ouais, c'était pas un match télévisé. C'est le prochain match qui est match télévisé. Donc, du coup, je vais m'arrêter là pour le moment. Il nous faut combien de victoires encore d'ailleurs pour être sûr de finir premier? 11. Et il nous reste. Il reste 11 matchs. Ok. Ouais, donc du coup je vais m'arrêter là pour cette vidéo. On se retrouvera la prochaine fois pour le match là, télévisé face à Toronto. Et je ferai aussi le match contre les EP12. Comme j'ai pas encore joué, comme j'ai pas fait de match contre les Grizzlies en vidéo. Ouais, donc je ferai ça. Le match contre les Raptors et le match contre les Grizzlies. Et puis après on verra. Sur ce, je vous dis à bientôt. Salut à tous.